My name is Susan Altenberg. I am a retired Army officer and certified nurse midwife. And I'm working here for Dr. Kurt as his office manager. I recommend him to anyone. I've recommended him to friends, and friends have come to see him with long-term things that they have dealt with, and he has helped them. I mean, they are just over the moon about him, to just be able to recommend people to him and then see the results in their lives as well as in my own, and in so many of his patients. It's just so fun to watch them where they start and then where they end up. And it's always in a better place. It's always in a better place. I started to notice certain things that were very odd for me. I've never had any kind of anxiety problem or anything like that. I've always been able to juggle many different things at the same time. Suddenly I started to have visible tremors. I started to get palpitations that were very concerning because my heart would just race and be pounding out of my chest. It was difficult for me to breathe sometimes. And I couldn't relate it to anything. I couldn't relate it to anything that happened. It just seemed to happen all of a sudden. I couldn't remember things the way I could remember them prior. Many different things. Things I had done throughout the day, I did not get better. I just got worse as time went on. And so I had actually seen my PCM prior to that, and he had done a slew of tests on me, all sorts of blood tests, and an EKG, and an echo on my heart. He did everything he knew to do, and ended up saying that, "You're fine, Susan, you're fine." And I was saying, I'm clearly not fine. And I had done some research on functional medicine starting in 2015. And that's how I was even introduced to him. I didn't even know anything. I didn't know we had functional medicine doctors here in the Springs. I saw him in January of 2017. And I did that organic acid test that he likes to do because it talks about what's going on at the cellular level inside your body. And then I started on a program. It took about 3 months, and I started to feel back to myself again. I wasn't as edgy as I was before. I wasn't shaky anymore. I didn't have as many palpitations. It's just my whole system was calming down, it seemed like. And it just progressively got better and better. And so by about the 6-month mark, I felt like I was back to myself again. And it was just like a miracle to me, really. I was deeply entrenched in Western medicine. And most of the people who come in here have also been deeply entrenched in Western medicine in one form or another, whether just through their life, their chronic illness that they're fighting with, whatever it is. And they're not getting the results that they want. Their disease is being managed, but it's not being obliterated. And in many cases, it can go away. It doesn't always go away, but it can go away in many cases with many people. And I watched that happen. So, I think I would say those kinds of things to people because that's just what I've seen. That's what I've seen in my own life. That's what I've seen in my friends. That's what I've seen in the clients that come here. It's a very individualized approach, individualized down to the cellular level approach. He looks at what they need, and he spends an inordinate amount of time trying to really hone down and figure out what's going on at that root level.